Hello Monica, in this video I'm going to show you how to use Screen-O-Matic. Well, and for that we are going to use this example. What we would like to do is to classify these costs, these activities, these costs as fixed, mixed or variable. How do we do that? Let's open a spreadsheet. I already did. I already plugged in the numbers and the activities here, the costs, and we know that we have the low costs of production, or the low activity, low level of production, which is 5,000 units, and the high level of production, which is 10,000 units. In order to classify the costs, let's see if they varied by increasing the level of production. To do that, we get the high level of production minus the low level of production. High minus low. And we get this difference. And by definition, we know that if we get zero, if there's no increase by increasing the level of production, so that is a fixed cost. But let's continue. Let's calculate the cost per unit in the low level of production. So I would say low level. We are going to calculate that. How do we do that? We take the cost related to the activity divided by the units of production. And remember, each guy over here, each of these numbers must be divided by 5,000. So we use F4, we press S4, and you can see that we fixed this number, the 5,000 units. So we press enter. Then we scroll down to get the values for all the activities, all the cost per unit for each of the activities at the low level of production. What we want to do next is to calculate the total cost that it would be with this unit, or with this value, the cost per unit in the low level multiplied by the high level of production, which is in this case 10,000. So let's do that. We just plug equals, and then we multiply this number times 10,000 units. But again, we have to be careful just to multiply each of these numbers here in this column in the cost per unit by 10,000. So we fix it. We fix that number by pressing F4, the key F4, and then we press enter. Then we get 6,000 for the first value, for the first cost, which is in direct labor, and then we scroll down to get all the total costs using the high level of production. What do we see? We have now, the decision would be, if the difference is zero, then the cost is fixed, which means that by increasing the level of production, we didn't increase the cost. Next step is, if the total cost calculated by using the cost per unit in the low level by the total units in the high level, it's equal to the total cost calculated, or the column here, or the cost that we found by using the high level of production, if these two guys, this, which is C30 equals F30, then the cost is just variable. But if we see a difference, if we get any difference between these two guys, that means that we have a mixed cost. In that case, mixed cost means that we get some fixed cost associated and some variable cost associated with that activity and with those costs. Okay, so let's plug the decision if, then I open parentheses, and what is the condition? What is the condition? The first one is that if this number here is equal to 0, comma, what would be the value if true? If that is true, that means that the cost is fixed. We know that by definition. But if it is false, then I have to make another decision. If I open parentheses, if this cost, if the total cost is equal to this cost, the cost that we have, that we found in real life, if these two guys are equal, that means that the cost is just variable. Just variable. We write variable. But what happens if not? If not, if these two guys, if those two guys, this is different to this guy, we say that that is a mixed cost. A mixed cost. So we have a fixed cost and variable cost associated with that activity or with that cost. Then don't forget to close your parentheses, and then you're done. Your decision is done. Here we have variable, we have, okay, if we scroll down, then we have variable, mixed, all that. Once we get the answers, we can go to our exercise and just plug in what we already found, the answers. We plugged variable, fixed, okay, utilities is mixed, and maintenance is mixed. We check again, variable, mixed, variable, fixed, mixed, and then we check the answers, and of course we'll get 100%. Okay, thank you for watching this video, and see you next time.